Hello, my name is Ryan Meyer, and today Nintendo finally released the name and specifications in general for its new console, the Nintendo Switch. Before we can debate about what the Nintendo Switch is, I'd like to explain what it is actually, before, we discuss it. So here's what the Nintendo Switch concept is. Imagine a docking station with a removable screen similar to an Android tablet that has sliding ARM controllers, for portability that can also be removed from the screen itself and taken portably. Now the screen itself has the processor in it, thence you can take it on the go, and I guess the gimmick is between switching from home and portable in an easy fashion or manner. I really think this is an excellent concept, and I wish Nintendo had initialized this when the Wii U was coming out. Now, it is cool to see this, but I feel like it's behind. And if you watch the video, the Nintendo Switch reveal video, you can see them playing an advanced version of Skyrim on it, and that's pretty cool that you can play Skyrim. That shows that third parties are willing to develop for the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know how far that'll go. Plus, the frame rate wasn't too hot in the video. It was looking about 25 FPS. But that's just me. And we don't know things we don't know yet, or we don't know battery life, we don't know how good that's gonna be. We don't know really the resolution of the screen or the size of it based on what it looked like. And now portability, I'm wearing jeans right now. How am I gonna fit that in my pocket when I'm on the go? Am I gonna have a satchel and a bag? See, I don't know these things. I guess that's personal preference, but I just don't know how this is gonna fare with the whole spectrum of portability and all of this power that people have on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which are incredibly powerful and good consoles, I might add. And if Nintendo's going to be going into this new console era just as strong as the current gen console, which is already getting kind of old, how's it gonna fare in 2 years when Sony or Microsoft decide to make an entirely new system that's twice as powerful as their current one, or at least more powerful? Nintendo's gonna be behind the pack. But if Nintendo had come up with this idea of the Switch a while back, that would have been incredible. It would have been mind-boggling. I guess we can't change the past, so there's no use in even contemplating it. NVIDIA finally decided to step on board and make the processor for the Nintendo Switch, and we see something really cool. It said it's the same processor that they use in their top-of-the-line, world-renowned graphics processing units on their computers, which that makes me feel pretty good. Now, I don't know if the Nintendo Switch as a whole is going to be terrible or if it's going to be wonderful. We can all hope and pray that it'll be a very enjoyable system that has third-party involvement. And if we can get that third-party involvement, battery life, resolution, and of course the games make the console, I wouldn't even mind having a 2-hour battery life and a 720p screen. If I can play top of the end games, that's really all I care about, are the games that you can play on it. All these tech facts and everything. When did Nintendo really step away from playing with power? Because I feel like the whole power is the game, not the console itself. But that's just my opinion. I'm happy to see Nintendo trying. I believe Nintendo as a company is incredibly innovative, and I love their products. As you can see, all this stuff I got going on right now. But yeah, I love Pokemon, I love Nintendo. And another thing, Pokemon. Anyone else excited? Sun and Moon coming up? Oh yeah. This is the hype. The main worry about the Switch is the hype. Is the hype going to just keep building and building, and then when the product releases, it's gonna plateau, and then boom, like the Wii U did, where you kind of get one and it's oh cool, innovative technology, and then you have it for 2 or 3 days and you're oh yeah, I can play this, and oh, I can show my friends this, it's a nice party piece, I can show it off, and then after it's slightly outdated, something else comes along. Kind of like with what's going on with VR. I mean, it's so changing, ever changing. Everyone thought Oculus was great, and now Vive's the thing, and now I don't know what's going on. Well, only time can tell how things are gonna change, but it's pretty cool how much we're innovating and changing so fast, so rapidly. What's going to happen with the portability market? Only time can tell. What's going to happen with the home console market? The Switch might be just that for Nintendo. There might not be a portable console. The 3DS may no longer be a thing. Knowing Nintendo, how they like to elongate a product as long as possible, like how some original Game Boy games are still being manufactured in the early 2000s for a console made in '89. Wow. Okay. So we're probably going to end up keeping the 3DS. That's just what I think and hope for. I don't want to have this console just as my one console. I kind of want to have a separate. Like, I don't want to, I don't know, let's say, give up having nice, reliable, high quality over portability. I mean, at the same time, I'd like to have maybe a portable console that has really good battery life rather than one that's mediocre and has terrible battery life. But it doesn't really matter. It's all about the game. It's all about the game. And if we can't get these third parties in, we are screwed. By we, I mean Nintendo. We are screwed. And on a very positive note, when you look at the Nintendo ad, you don't see any like 5-year-olds or like young children in the ad. It's aimed at people that seem to be responsible adults. And I really like that because it makes me feel like Nintendo's reaching out to its consumer basis that's been out there since, 85 when Nintendo blew up, with the original NES. And it's just kind of like hearkening back to those consumers, be like, hey, we're still here, we're Nintendo, you can like us still, we're for adults. And I kinda enjoy that whole idea of the adult in everyone. To end on a positive note, I hope the Nintendo Switch is not a failure. I don't want it to end up like the Wii U did, even though the Wii U was an excellent console and I still think you should get one. Just try to find a used one or someone, just one for cheap. The Nintendo Switch seems to be a good console. I hope it's not too gimmicky. I hope it works out in the long run, and I hope Nintendo will be with everyone as long as it possibly can be. This is Ryan Myers signing off. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.